It's interesting because I firmly believe that career development and the buttons that you would push with women are just different to those that you might push with men. And I know I'm generalizing there, but certainly having been involved with our My Mentor program and mentoring 25,000 women over the last 10 years, we've certainly proved that to be true. And one of those areas, and constantly I hear this from women still, is, Maureen, I made the suggestion in a meeting and, a guy made the suggestion 5 minutes later, everyone ignored me and everyone pats him on the back. Like, why does that happen? And it's really important to understand that men and women communicate completely differently. In fact, we're physiologically completely different. And I'll generalize a little bit, but I have seen this, if you watch carefully, you'll see these trends play through. So women, when they make a suggestion, are likely to be less assertive. They're likely to be less direct in the way that they communicate. A man is more likely to be quite direct, quite to the point in what he's saying. So although you have articulated your view, the audience, if it's particularly primarily men, may not have heard it in the way that you intended them to hear. So what you need to do to be heard is to adapt your communication style. I know that sounds a little unfair and it might sound, but Maureen, isn't that inauthentic? It's not. If you want to be heard, you actually have to understand the communication styles of all the people that you're trying to influence. And in understanding their communication styles, you understand how to influence them. You understand how to get your message across. And that takes time and analysis and lots of observation. But trust me, if you take the time to do that, you will start to be heard. And one just little piece of advice I would give you about being heard is sometimes you have to be blunt about what you want. It's interesting, I sometimes hear women say to me, I clearly looked unhappy, or I clearly wasn't happy with what was going on. That person should have seen it. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't register. There's a whole lot of research that shows that men pick up the body language of other men way better than they pick up the body language of a woman, right? So to me, sometimes to do him a proper service, you actually need to overtly sit him down and kindly, gently, and with love and evidence, tell him what you really think and tell him what you really want. Because you will be amazed as to how that reduces miscommunication quite significantly.